Hello everyone, Michael Stedman. It's week 7. My demonstration speech this week is on how to paint a chalkboard wall. As you can see, I've already done it, so I'm just going to go over real quick how I did it. Some of the materials you're going to need. First off, you're going to need the paint. Here I got my chalkboard paint, small little can. And you're going to need a rolling pan if you want to roll it or if you want to paintbrush it. I suggest a rolling pan for rolling. Rolling is much easier. So I have my rolling pan and I have my inserts that go into the rolling pan. I have my roller. I have extra rollers just in case. I have paint brushes for touch-up. Painter's tape so I can tape around the edges. I also use paper for the floor. I put some floor painter's paper on the floor and I tape it down just to make sure I don't get any paint on the floor. I can also use painter's plastic if I got tables, chairs. I can cover them up. Anything that's in the immediate area that I don't want to get paint on. I also have a razor blade to cut the plastic material, whatever that I'm using. And I have an extension in case you have high walls, high ceilings. You can purchase an extension, and these work great depending on how high I want to get up, because this little handle only gets so high, so I get one of these here and just screw it on there, and it makes everything so much easier. You get a longer roller now. You can get way up there. I also have some spackling here, just in case you have any damages in the wall, any like holes from picture frames, stuff like that. You can use a spackling. You can get a knife, a putty knife, and cover up any holes or any damage. That works great. Then I have trash bags. Trash bags are important. When it's all said and done, you got plastic everywhere, you got paper on the floor, you got the tape you got to remove. You definitely want to have trash bags. You want to be able to throw it all away, toss it out, get it thrown away. All right. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you paint is, of course, you're going to open the can and you're going to pour as much paint as you need into your pan. Then you're going to grab your roller and you'll gradually roll paint on the pan, making sure you fill up your roller really good. Get some good coverage on your roller. Once you get that all set up, and you got your stuff on the floor to make sure you don't get any paint on the floor, like I said before, you can go ahead and start rolling. Now, for this, I did 2 coats. You don't want to do just one coat. One coat's not going to cut it. You definitely got to do 2 coats. Because you're going to see when you do your first coat that you're going to have a lot of spots that you missed. It's not going to look right. And with the chalkboard wall, you might even want to go 3 or 4 coats, because your kids are going to be doing a lot of writing like you see here with the chalk, and you're going to be erasing. And so if you do just 1 or 2 coats, sometimes the paint will eventually over time wear out from erasing chalk or washing chalk off your wall. So that's pretty important. For touch-up, like I said, the paintbrush, you're definitely going to need that. So when you do touch-up, like on these walls right here, you just want to dab your paintbrush with enough paint and just gradually making sure you don't get any on the wall. Now, if you're unsure about cutting a line on your wall and you don't want to hit the other wall, if you're worried about that, you can also use tape. And all you gotta do is just pull out this blue painter's tape. This is great stuff. They have it at the hardware store. And you can, easy enough, put it up against the area you don't want to get paint on. And if you want to, you can also use plastic to cover up this. If you got like wall space, you're afraid you might touch the wall beyond the tape. You can also use tape and plastic to cover up the area that you want to ensure you don't get paint on. Okay. Alright, so when everything is said and done, your first coat, you want to let that dry. I would let it dry for about a couple hours or so before your second coat. You want to make sure it's nice and dry. So what I do with my brush is I'll take a trash bag or some painter's plastic and I'll wrap my roller up and my brush in the plastic. Actually, if you want to on the brush, you can just wash it off and let it sit in the sink. And whenever you're ready to paint again, you can pull it out of the sink. But for the roller, I don't want to waste rollers. I don't want to use another roller. I don't want to let this thing dry out. So I'll wrap it in plastic. In an hour or two when I come back, I can take it out of the plastic and it's still wet. And I can go ahead and do a second coat. Also, upon completion, once you're done, you've done your second coat, your third coat, you want to make sure that you, of course, take your roller off. And what I use, I don't want to use my hands because it's going to make a huge mess. And you want to do it over your plastic, over your painter's paper, plastic, whatever you have. But I'll take plastic and I will grab, using the plastic to pull the roller off. And then, of course, throw it in the pan that you're going to throw away. Easy enough. That is it. Kids love it. Kids love paint. They love the chalkboard paint. It's pretty cool. My kids are 5 and 4, so their drawings are a little goofy, but they enjoy it. That's all I have. Thank you.